built to feel like it's gonna last forever, and its timeless design is unmistakably Mercedes-Benz. And so today, courtesy of Sun Motor Cars in Mechanicsburg, Pennsylvania, I had with me the 2016 G-Class. So let's drive. What's up, you guys? Gold Pony here. Today in the 2016 Mercedes-Benz G-Class. And I say G-Class because of course there is the G550 that starts at $119,900. But then there is the AMG G63 that's going to start at $139,900. That is what I am in today. Then there is the G65 that's going to go for around $217,900. As far as the power plants go, the G550 is going to come with 416 horsepower at 5,500 RPM, 450 pound-feet of torque available at 2,000 RPM. That power is going to come from a 4-liter bi-turbo V8, which is going to propel the car to 60 in only 5.8 seconds. And for an SUV with a curb weight of nearly 3 tons, that's unbelievable. Of course, that power is going to be sent to all 4 wheels. The G does have a permanent all-wheel drive system, and that is going to be sent through a standard 7-speed automatic transmission. Like I said, this is not the G550, this is the G63. So this one is going to be powered by a handcrafted 5.5-liter bi-turbo V8, putting out 563 horsepower, 561 pound-feet of torque, which is all ready to send this thing to 60 in 5.3 seconds. And then that final engine on the G65, that's gonna come with a handcrafted 6-liter AMG bi-turbo V12, making 621 horsepower and 738 pound-feet of torque, sending me to 60 in 5.2 seconds. And so you know what we have to do? We have to do a quick little acceleration. See how quickly that 5.3 seconds in an SUV really feels like. Let's go. It feels different in an SUV, I'm telling you. Wow. This thing stops on a dime too. For as big as this car is, this thing has got some ridiculous brakes. Also, another really cool thing, the reason I wanted to check out the G-Class, this thing has such an amazing history to it. This thing's been in existence for 37 years now, and its sturdy frame and galvanized steel body, it's all handcrafted. And in addition to that, the frame is also flowed with hot wax to help the G reduce corrosion, and the wiring harnesses are also hand loomed. And overall, the whole process for creating a G-Class, it's all going to take a little over 40 hours. So therefore, there's definitely some exclusivity to this one. And then after that 40+ hour process is completed, there's one single inspector at the very end that's going to completely scrutinize the vehicle, make sure everything is up to par before it leaves the factory in Stuttgart, Germany. Hope I said that right, but dang, I fired this thing up. It sounded like such a beast. So, on that note, here's the exhaust clip. As far as visibility goes, this thing is a mammoth. There's a little bit of blind spots in the back 2 corners like there are with most SUVs, but this thing does have rear cross traffic alert. So in my side mirrors right now, there are little orange triangles. It's gonna let me know if there is somebody to my left or my right. So when I'm merging, I'm not gonna have any issues because of that. Another thing I gotta say I'm not used to, this thing rides up pretty high. I like it though, and I can definitely feel like with its permanent all-wheel drive system and riding up this high, this thing is going to be an absolute beast in the snow. Another thing I'm noticing right now I'm a huge fan of is there is a suede finish throughout the interior of this thing. And not only that, but the seats also come with the diamond pattern stitching that looks absolutely amazing. And the AMG logo is embroidered into the back seat rest. It looks awesome. And of course with the G's permanent all-wheel drive, so also have the ability to lock in the differential settings. And that's going to be located just below the infotainment display. So that's another reason this thing is just made to go off-road. And so although I'm not going to take it off-road, one more thing I do want to test out before I get to the rest of it is there are paddle shifters on this one, so I want to see how quickly they react. This is an SUV. A lot of SUVs have been known to have slower reacting paddle shifters, so let's give that a shot. Wow, They actually react on a dime. The paddle shifters are very quick in this one, so no complaints from me. But anyways, that is it for the test drive portion of this review. Let's check out the exterior now. And so front and center is the Mercedes-Benz 3-point star. Then to both sides, there's LED daytime running lights and bi-xenon headlights, which sit just behind the chrome grille guard. If this design seems a bit straightforward or aggressive, it's because the design was originally developed to excel in the military. For example, there's the hood-mounted lighting for extra visibility when the hazards were on. Also, the flat glass windows were designed to make emergency replacement much easier to accomplish in remote areas of the world. So yeah, in my opinion, the G-Class looks awesome, but it was definitely built to be functional as well. But anyways, continuing around the side, the wheels on the G63 come sized up at 20 inches with a twin 5-spoke design, while the G550 will come in at 19 inches and the G65 at 21 inches. But then there's also added ventilation to help the engine breathe, along with AMG badging found on the G63 and G65 obviously. Then there's also rear privacy glass, and those side mirrors did come with integrated turn signals as well. But then just below that was the rugged stainless steel running boards, which definitely helped me getting into this beast. And with this being the G63 though, perhaps the sweetest thing about this one was the AMG Sport exhaust, which was a dual exhaust setup with genuine side pipes polished in chrome, and that sound was simply brilliant. So then finally around back, there's something that most vehicles actually don't come with anymore, and that's the rear mounted full-size spare tire, which is protected by a cover trimmed in a polished stainless steel. And of course there was also some badging to both sides as well, but now since I'm back here, to open that rear door I simply pressed in on the silver button and was greeted with a diamond patterned stitching on the inside, which was definitely nice. But then cargo capacity back here came in at a maximum of 79.5 cubic feet, and I did find a privacy shade as well to help hide whatever cargo I had back there. But then moving on to the back seats, they did come heated. The rear legroom comes in at 41.9 inches, and I will say I did have the front seats back a little more than normal, so just trust me here, for a 6-foot adult, 41.9 inches is definitely plenty. And then heading up front, the first thing I noticed was the 4-spoke steering wheel design, which is actually kind of nice because most steering wheels out there are 3-spoke right now, and although this one was completely wrapped in leather, the G-Class can also come with a wood grain finish on the top and the bottom as well. And then this front seats did come 10-way power adjustable with memory settings for up to 3 different drivers. The front seats did come heated and cooled as well. Then looking up, I noticed not only the power sunroof, but the Dynamica headliner, which is basically a suede finish with much easier care and upkeep, and definitely a nice touch on this one. But now to start the G, I took this awesome AMG key you're seeing right here, put it in the ignition, and then upon startup, the gauges did do a full sweep and came finished in a clean black and white look with carbon fiber accents on the interior of the speedometer and tachometer. And of course, in between those gauges was a ton of other information like a digital speedometer, the temperature, trip information, the amount of miles left until you're out of gas, navigation information, audio information, Bluetooth info, and other safety information as well. However, most of the fun tech was found front and center, where I was first able to scroll through different audio information. And by the way, the standard sound system is provided by Harman Kardon and comes with 450 watts and 12 speakers, including a subwoofer. But then back to that center display, everything on that screen can be controlled by using the circular dial located just behind the shifter, and yes, it was definitely very easy to use. But here I could also check out the standard navigation system, Bluetooth info, and the rear view camera, of course, which leads me into safety. And so besides the all-wheel drive and locking differentials, there's also 6-way airbag protection, including dual front airbags plus side curtain airbags for both rows. Also standard is Distronic Plus, which is an adaptive cruise control system that adjusts your speed to the vehicle in front of you. Then there's also an electronic stability program, anti-lock brakes, rain sensing windshield wipers, blind spot assist, trailer stability assist, Parktronic, which uses the sensors in the front and the rear bumpers to detect objects. Then there's also a tire pressure monitoring system, adaptive braking technology, brake assist, and illuminated entry system. But in the end, the Mercedes-Benz G-Class is a beast, from its beefy tires and 30 exhaust to that massive chrome grille guard up front. And the attention to detail that goes into building one of these is phenomenal, with the handcrafted interiors and of course AMG's handcrafted engines, where the master technician actually signs his work when he's finished. This one is definitely built to last and will get you through just about anything. So for the ultimate peace of mind, the 3-ton G-Class is definitely where it's at. Thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to like the video and subscribe. I will see you guys in the next one. Stay gold. This thing is a flippin' beast.